The president's planes, cars, and other modes of transportation are not made of gold, and there's no ultra-luxurious furniture. But the US taxpayers pay so much for just one of the president's flights, it would make the luxury living leaders of the world cringe. If you live in the US, how much do you pay for the president's travel? Find out on this episode of Luxuryland. If you're new to the land, please hit that subscribe button to go from visitor to Luxuryland owner. And if you love luxury, please hit that like button so that we can continue to inspire you by bringing you the luxury content you deserve. Ever since JFK was shot with the top down in Dallas, the NSA tightened up on the transportation of the president, like a lot. Now, the process of the president going from place to place costs a fortune, with the motorcade having over 50 vehicles and over 100 personnel. The president's motorcade is now the second most tightly secured means of transportation, only second to Putin, because he actually built a road that only he's allowed to travel on, which is technically cheating. The special convoy follows the president everywhere, even over the ocean. Yes, the NSA will fly all 50 vehicles wherever the president is going, so that every country knows the deal. The Secret Service uses a Boeing C-17 cargo plane that costs $340 million. There's no need for luxury, as all it does is carry the president's motorcade, but it carries the president's motorcade, which escalates the price of each presidential flight astronomically. So, how much do we pay for the president's travel? Usually, the president flies on a customized Boeing VC-25A, which is the military equivalent of a 747. The president has two, with each costing $325 million for the base model. The president enjoys top-of-the-line furnishing, comfortable business class seating, and state-of-the-art defense capabilities, which drives the price up to between $600 and $800 million. The exact defense mechanisms are kept secret, so the precise price is unknown. And while Trump was in office, the Secret Service ordered two new Boeing 747-8 aircrafts with lavish settings, which will cost American taxpayers $4 billion. So it costs taxpayers $200 million per flight for the president and $2,614 per every minute that Joe Biden is outside of the Oval Office. Hopefully, we as taxpayers will not have to spend more on senior citizen care or life alert. Now, let's talk about that motorcade. The motorcade is a defensive strategy where every vehicle and person has an exact position with the lead car or motorcycle in front. But before any piece of that motorcade comes through, a patrol car called the route car scouts 5 minutes ahead to ensure the route is safe from large-scale attacks. Then, 20 to 30 motorcycles from the local police department clear all vehicles from the president's route so the motorcade can proceed unobstructed. The ID car is the quarterback of the motorcade as the car who communicates with surveillance teams. And then there's the hazardous materials mitigation unit, which is the team that can detect and respond to nuclear, chemical, or biological attacks in the motorcade. Next is the Roadrunner, which gives the motorcade access to satellite and the internet. And finally, there's an ambulance, support car, and 3 to 4 patrol cars. At the core of the motorcade is the secure package where the president is. The Corps can detach from the group if needed and escort the president away from danger at a moment's notice. The secure package is led by the U.S. Secret Service Electronic Countermeasure Suburban, and this group jams all incoming radio signals, making any remote active explosives inoperable. Included in the secure package is the control car with advisors and a doctor, and the halfback, which has the president's personal detail, including the cat car or counter-assault team. Then you have the president's limo. It's paired with an identical limo, a decoy, and they constantly switch places. Both cars share identical details and number plates. But don't sleep on the president's limo, for it is the one they call the Beast. The Beast is a portable bunker and is one of the safest places in the world. The 1.5 million GM model is like a lightweight tank on the outside, but really comfy, luxurious couch on the inside. Its heavily armored 8-inch thick plating called for a modified truck frame for the limo, which makes the car entirely bulletproof. The windows are 5 inches thick and can withstand a .44 caliber Magnum bullet. The only window that can be opened is the driver's, and this protects against chemical attacks. The Beast has a whole Call of Duty loadout inside of it, with a rocket launcher, night vision goggles, tear gas cannon, shotguns, bottled oxygen, and even a bag of the president's blood type in case of severe wounds to the president. I like to imagine the president having to fire a rocket launcher in a moment of crisis sometimes. It helps me sleep. The Cadillac One, as it's also named, is like a moving Oval Office where presidents can finally loosen their ties and gossip about other world leaders with their friends. Honestly, this motorcade is ready for any situation, and I pity the fool who would try to test out how well the president is defended. What do you think? Is $2,614 per minute way too much for you to spend on the president's travel? Let me know in the comments below. I've also done a video on how the Saudi king travels. There's way less defense and a lot more gold involved in that video, and that video should be on the screen. We've seen how they do it in the West, so let's look at how they do it in the Middle East by clicking a video on the screen that you haven't seen. And thanks for visiting Luxuryland.